Hey Megtoes, this is Vention. Still living in the Seattle area. Still living the dream, although it's pretty wet. And it's not exactly a wet dream. This January weather is wet and ugly and gross, and man, everything is sleeping except for these little suckers on the raspberries. That's pretty weird the way they're not hibernating too. Well, what else is there? The the Bitcoin price sure has been nuts lately. Man, I gotta tell you, I was feeling pretty disgusted when it had a 50% pullback. I was like, oh! But man, the last time that shit happened, when I sold, I sold at 1100 and 900, and I sold half my friggin' Bitcoins at that price, and man, was that ever a mistake. So lesson learned, and that gave me courage through this whole big huge crash. So I've been just sort of adding to it as it's been going down and down and down, and I didn't know that it would be this low. So I basically, I've been buying all the way down. Every time the dogs bark, I always use this little alarm. Anyway, so I kept buying on the way down. I think I bought it like 17 or 18,000, then like 15,000, and then it just kept dropping down, and I've bought a couple of times at 13,000, and then a couple more times at like 11,000, and I didn't get that $9,000 Bitcoins. I got in at 10,000 though, but man, I'm tapped out now. So I'm just sort of hanging out, and it looks like it's bottomed, and it's consolidating, and it's beginning to recover. Freaking dogs. So in any case, looks like it's recovering, and I'm pretty optimistic for the year. Lightning Network has doubled the size of their nodes in the last 72 hours. So that's good news. Lightning Network shows a lot of promise, and I'm looking forward to it. Bitcoin still remains the only really decentralized currency out there. Every other currency you've got is they're vulnerable to centralization and all the problems with it, because they've all got teams that are responsible for the creation of the coin, and all those people are still right there. And man, any of them could be like threatened, or an accident could be arranged for them, and then whatever coin they're associated with could just freaking implode in value. Like Ethereum would probably go to $400 if Vitalik passed away or something. So, and I hope that doesn't happen, because I own a little bit. So, but basically, they're all of them are centralized except for Bitcoin. The serious beginning people, the original team, they're not really in the picture anymore, and that basically makes Bitcoin sort of a public resource, a public utility, and nobody really controls it. Like Roger Ver, he tried to, him and what's his face, that other Mike Hearn guy. Nobody even remembers Mike Hearn now that Roger Ver is here. But Mike Hearn, he denounced Bitcoin, and that was back in 2014, I think, and then he went off to work for Goldman Sachs or some shit like that. But basically, all those people are out, and they've all tried to centralize Bitcoin and turn it into something it's not. And the community resisted, and then they stomped off in a huff. And Roger Ver stomped off and forked Bitcoin into Bitcoin Cash, and it's not doing very well. He was saying, it's the real Bitcoin, and pulls all kinds of underhanded tricks to sabotage the real Bitcoin, and it's still 9 or 10 times more valuable than Bitcoin Cash. So, yeah, good times. Other than that, still living the MGTOW lifestyle, still enjoying the low cost, highly stable, prosperous lifestyle of MGTOW. I live comfortably on 30% of my take-home pay. What else? Same as always. Not much to talk about. Let's see. Well, my passport had a little glitch. I put the wrong address on the thing, so I had to get it corrected, and now they're going to try to send it out again. And hopefully in a couple weeks I'll get that thing, and then I'll schedule some vacation and then go check out Cambodia and see if it's what I want. So other than that, I'm just sort of kicking back and sort of hibernating through this hideous, ugly weather. And eventually, probably pretty soon, I'll start polishing up the house a little bit and get it ready for sale. But that'll be probably after I come back from Cambodia. So, other than that, I'm, let's see, my reverse osmosis water filtration system started dying on me. And I discovered, after I bought a new tank, which is in there right now, that you could actually repressurize the old tank. And as long as you pressurize it from 5 to 7 psi, I believe, you can. You're supposed to do that every year, supposedly, but I've never done it. And oh well, that's what I get for not reading the directions. So I'm going to put this original tank back in and see if I can send back the old tank, the new tank that is, and then yeah, save another $50 or so. Yeah, good times. Other than that, I can't think of a thing to talk about. Other than that, Robert, or that oh man, that philosopher, what's his name? Jordan something or other. He basically just beat the shit out of this feminist news reporter who was just trying to do all kinds of you know, straw man attacks and just complete verbal domination, of trying to dominate him verbally, and he was informed of the subject matter, and it just didn't work for her, and she just ended up looking like a complete retard. And now people are giving her hate tweets and hate responses, and now everybody's saying, oh, she's been threatened, and the Channel 4 in Canada, I think it is saying, oh, she's being threatened, so we had to call in a security expert. Oh, poor woman. All those horrible men are threatening her, and then they couldn't give any examples of actual threats. Just things about people saying, I hope you die in fire or something, but that's not exactly a threat. And so they're trying to pull the victim card out and make it look like she's a victim, and it's completely pathetic. And I love the way that got into the mainstream. That is just awesome. You know, red pill ideas are starting to get into the mainstream, and just like Bitcoin, starting to get into the mainstream. And man, that can only be good. It's been so long that our voices have been completely silenced, and now it's actually starting to come out. And if that happens, only good can come from that. It's just, you know, a very optimistic thing. So other than that, I'm just going to let you guys go and put this old osmosis tank back in and see if it works. And don't get married.